Now that I've got your attention, let's talk about the first week of RosterMania, because there have been some big moves. Kind of sound like Trump there with the hand gestures and the word. You haven't seen moves as big as these before. So I figured, you know, since the major's over and I kind of want to keep making videos, we're going to keep making videos. But look, I'm not trying to be a tease. All right, let's just hop into this shit. First of all, finally, Mezii has been recognized by the BBC, also known as the British Broadcast Centre. Pretty sure that's what it is, because Mezii is the first UK major winner. Holy, I just thought I'd mention that. That's pretty cool. I'm happy to see Mezii finally take on some BBC. And while we're on the page of vitality, would you look at this? Flamesy's girlfriend got them both on the jumbo screen out in New York City. Pretty fucking sick, honestly. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. Oh my god. I love Flamez. He's one of my favorite players. Chad, handsome. He's a Borat enjoyer. But we got FaZe Rain to talk about, because look at this shit. FaZe put out a video about FaZe Rain. They did like an interview, sort of like thank you to him, kind of like how they've been doing with all their players recently. In the video, he said he's not retiring yet, but he plans on it pretty soon, in the next 5 years, which is all fair, because as he states, he has a wife, kids, and family is the most important thing. Personally, I think Kerrigan retires in like 1-2 years max, right? Kerrigan becomes the coach. Then Rain becomes the IGL for like a year or two. And then that's like the new roster. Or like Rain and Kerrigan like tag team the FaZe roster for like coach wise. Wait a minute. Noticing. It appears that s1mple had the JD Vance meme of him being fat as fuck on his phone, because he's locked up in jail, as he stated. He posted a picture with him and his missus, and someone was like, yo, is she gonna be the buff when you join FaZe? And he was like, nah, I'm probably not joining. I'm up in jail right now. And as someone pointed out on Twitter, Na'Vi tweeted years ago when they signed like a contract extension with him that they were never letting him go. And they were not lying. Jesus Christ, dude, let him breathe. That's insane. You're literally putting the CS GOAT in a cage like a fucking animal. Let him out. Let him out. Got a little crazy. There. Not bad. But those were just the appetizers of the news, because now we actually got roster updates, roster changes. And to start off, we got the Falcons signing Kyousuke. Oh my god. Who would have guessed? So yeah, now the Falcons have 3 openers on their team, Nico, Tessus, and Kyousuke. They absolutely tripled down on firepower, because trying to hold angles in CS is like trying to hold up a fat bitch. Nearly impossible. Yeah, they got rid of Magixx. Thank fuck. Dude, it was time for him to fucking go, alright? He was absolutely throwing. Actually, yeah, he was throwing a little bit, but the firepower is not there. He needs to leave. Leave the building, bro. Okay, yeah, he had some good impact, but it's like, really? We not upgrading here? All this oil money? Really? Maybe I'm tripping, because I know Kyousuke is the next donk, or supposed to be, but I think Kyousuke is going to have sort of like an ultimate performance, but kinda. I think he's going to come in, absolutely shit down everyone's chest. Then people are gonna study him, analyze his game, see how he plays in tier 1, and then they're going to absolutely anti-strat him to death. Then he's gonna be asked for 1 tournament, maybe 2, but unlike ultimate, he's actually gonna come back after people figure him out and just start shitting on everyone again. It's gonna be easy. The synergy here is probably going to be a lot better as well, because even Nico said Kyousuke reminds him a bit of himself. So I feel like Nico can kind of understand what Kyousuke is about to do before he does it, because he realizes he's going to be going for the flashy plays. He's going to be going for the one as Nico said himself. So this is gonna be really interesting. All that fucking oil, and still the major run was not smooth. As well, I think we need to put Overdrive on some fraud watch here, because he was saying that the Kyousuke transfer was about 2 mil? No, we do not lie. Because the Falcons chairman came out with a tweet after Overdrive stated that and said, yo, yeah, it was big, but it wasn't that big. All right, come on. So basically just exposed Overdrive for being a fraud. Fraud watch. And now for G2, we not only have Taz gone, Hades gone, but we all knew this, because we all know G2's getting Saw and some pies from Heroic. But there's more. G2's looking to minus Snax and put Hunter as the IGL. They might be cooking. Wait a minute. Which honestly, I'm surprised hasn't already happened, because he's kind of fallen off individually. It's kind of weird. If they can get Kaspersky, put Hunter on the IGL, keep mobs, get some pies. Oh, this roster may be good. This G2 may be fucking good. Oh my god. Also, shout out Snax. People hate on him way too much, but like, he ain't that good of an IGL. Alright, come on, we all know this. Come on. And now Spirit. They're looking to replace Magixx with zweih. I was gonna say this may be the best roster change update in the RosterMania, but we know Kyousuke replaced Magisk. But if that didn't happen, this would be it. This is going to be absolutely amazing. Zweih popped off at the major. It is a bit of a gamble because he's young, hasn't had much tier 1 experience, but after Spirit put Donk on the main stage and showed everyone, hey, you can make the best player in the world out of some random kid. Everyone's just signing these cracked fucking youngsters. Don't give a fuck about the experience. If they can shoot well, firepower is the king on the throne. And it kind of has like 6 wives and like tons of food, tons of bitches, has a jester and shit. But the transfer isn't done yet. It's only speculation. It's probably gonna happen, but it isn't done. The CEO Nemega put out a tweet stating basically like, it's not done. It's not a done deal. And also, we got a lot of teams trying to get him. But it's kind of sus. Zweih put a Spirit profile ring on his Faceit account. Wait. Noticing. There shouldn't be any problem with Donk and Zweih meshing together, because in Donk's first rookie year, player of the year, bold prediction, he even had Zweih being in the top 20 next year. I think Donk fucks with him. Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Now for Jesus Christ himself, Perfecto is back. Oh my god. Listen, we all know Flamez was getting his anus kicked out of the roster because, you know, he's had such a terrible year, and I don't even blame him too, because Electronic's just in his ear yelling, "Suka bliet, idiot, idiot, idiot." But it's going to be really interesting to see how Perfecto plays, because it's been over a year. Look, it's kind of like a JKS situation, except Perfecto got motion. JKS wishes he had that motion. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. And as you know, Perfecto was on the Navi s1mple major winning roster with Electronic. So Perfecto can probably handle Electronic's like schizophrenic, manic episodes. Something interesting too, apparently if they weren't getting Perfecto, they were going to see VP disband, which is kind of crazy. Although I could see it happen. I could see it happening because, yeah, not a good year. But VP's been playing good. VP played good in the major. They played really good. They almost made it to the playoffs. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I even had them in the playoffs, but oh well. And while we're on the topic, we should probably talk about Flamez because it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. Look, he's had a lot of mental issues apparently. Like, me and like pretty much everyone else is pretty sure that Egotronic absolutely threw his confidence in the fucking gutter, made his mental chalked, and completely sold Flamez to the fucking devil. Like, I don't understand. It's just all around like really unlucky. Like, I really like Flamez. I actually really fucked with him in the Shanghai major. We all remember this. To the crowd, he's a cool dude. It's just really unlucky. He got paired up with Egotronic, but he made a fucking bag. So, and he started streaming, so he's chilling in life. But like his CS career, it's on a pause. He'll be back. And to top off this RosterMania week 1, fucking ZAZA got smoked out of the Imperial Valkyries pack. Yep. Bye-bye. I've actually been a pretty big Imperial Valkyries supporter. I really wanted them in the major over the regular Imperial squad because it would have made it so much more interesting. Also, we kind of need to like raise up female CS. Like, I'm trying to see everybody play CS. I want CS to be the biggest game ever made on Earth. But you know, you got weirdos like, wait a minute. What is that? Do my eyes deceive me? The wench made it out of the kitchen. Get back in there and leave the crust off, you fucking bitch. Like, people beyond that weird shit, and it just, like, it's, I don't know. I'm hoping the Imperial Valkyries actually make it to like a top 50 state where they can actually get invited to some good tournaments. But that's it for the RosterMania week 1 update. It's gonna be more of a chill, laid back video. This was me just spitballing, freestyling this shit, raw dogging it, however you want to say it. But look, I'm probably gonna do these like every week, do a little weekly recap, you know, hit a little weekly recap in this bitch. But that's not all I'm gonna do. I got more videos coming, actual good written ones. They're gonna be fully edited. They're gonna be nice. They're gonna be funny. Hopefully, they should be funny. As you know, subscribe and like this shit, you know, helps out a lot, you know, type shit. But I hope you enjoyed. Remember, take care of yourself. Remember that you are loved and worth somebody's time and effort. Peace out, baby girl.